evening, everybody. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and welcome to the MGM Grand here on the Vegas Strip in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada, for a much-anticipated main event. Great atmosphere here tonight. You talk to everybody ringside, and they expect this one to be a barn burner. Muhammad Ali's supremely confident here. Look at him make his way down to the ring. You can just see it in every step that he takes. Roy Jones Jr. is on his way to the ring. Boy, he looks confident. We've seen it many times with him through the years, but tonight, he's bubbling with confidence.
All right, fellas, let's have a good, clean fight. Touch them up and let's go.
Round number one is now underway. All the talk is done. It is simply time to fight. Muhammad Ali's just punching air that time. His opponent was able to get out of the way. Teddy, I'm assuming many times in your career, you were training a fighter who did not have the reach compared to his opponent. When you were training him in the build-up to that fight, what did you try to cement into his head?
The one thing that I had told him is something I had to tell myself, is that we had options. The first was, of course, the traditional way. Tuck up good defensively, move your head, and work your way in. Slip a punch, and now all of a sudden you're closer. You take his height away. The other is to step up and get sort of entice the taller fighter to come in and be short.
Well, you could see what he wanted to do there, but unable to land that body shot. You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there. Jones has got a bad cut now that's opened up on his cheeks. Muhammad Ali's jab lands well. Two guys with bad intentions now facing each other here.
You know, the old-timers would say it's harder to miss these guys than it is to hit them.
What did we learn about Roy Jones as an amateur, about what he brings into the ring? I mean, the guy went 121 wins as an amateur and racked up as many medals and honors as you could.
Well, I'll tell you what we learned about Jones. Very gifted, tremendous talent, speed, and power. Great mix of the two. And he found a way to make wrong right. He breaks the rule book on technical things, on as far as the approach of how you should do boxing 101. He pulls back when you shouldn't pull back. He drops his hands when you shouldn't drop your hands. But he has the speed, the timing, the anticipation, the confidence to make it right.
Doubling up the jab by Roy Jones. Now the question changes. It's no longer a point of how to win. It's how to survive this round for Roy Jones Jr. And the round comes to an end. Now that he's back in the corner and we get a close-up look, Jones's cut even looks worse.
And it's up to the fighter now, Joe, for his attitude not to change. You know, we can look at it and we can say, wow, that cut looks worse. The fans can look at it and say that. But the fighter must be steady, the same attitude, as though he doesn't have a cut. Otherwise, he has no chance of winning this fight.
Punch, that's all. You need to throw more.
Well, he got caught by a lucky punch in that last round. It did do some damage, but now you can tell he's right back where he wants to be, fresh and ready as we start this round.
I don't take lightly when a guy gets dropped, but you know what? I think he was more embarrassed than he was hurt.
Ali's got to deal with a cut cheek. Ali blocks it. Not hitting his mark there, going upstairs. Wow, a big flush blow, the left hand by Muhammad Ali. Nice block by Roy Jones. If there was a baseball umpire around, he'd call that a strikeout by Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali's tagged by that power shot. Roy Jones Jr. is acting like a desperate man right now. He was stunned earlier. Now it's bombs away.
Yeah, he's hoping to catch him. And when you're hoping to catch him, usually hope goes out the window.
Tough to have a discussion about Muhammad Ali without bringing up the name of Smokin' Joe Frazier. Their trilogy, perhaps the most documented in the history of the sport.
Well, Fred Astaire, maybe the greatest dancer of all time, had to have Ginger Rogers, and you do need somebody to match up with, and he found that person. He found that person in every way, was the perfect guy to make great fights with. You know, personality-wise, the opposite of each other. And style-wise, in that ring, the opposite. One guy coming forward, another guy on the outside looking to take advantage of that forward motion.
Missed that uppercut. He just looks exhausted to me right now. Jones's accuracy is non-existent. This guy cannot punch a solid target right now.
No, but what this shows, he's missing so many shots. We always think about the damage done when they land. This is showing you the damage that's done when they miss. You get discouraged. You start giving in.
Just 10 seconds to go here in the second round. That's a big shot he just scored with.
And why did he score? Because he created range, created distance, created a hole, and he filled that hole.
And that's the end of round two. Jones has got to wake up to the fact that he just lost that last round. And the reason he did was because he wasn't efficient. He wasn't accurate. Yeah, he was throwing punches. He wasn't landing many.
No, he's throwing them from too far away. They're too wide. He needs to shorten them up, get into better range, and use that jab as a finder.
Stay tight. Keep jabbing and hitting. Keep him in front of you, okay? Don't let him move around too much. Cut the ring off and get off. Set the power shot up with the jab.
And round number 3 is underway. Not the most accurate uppercut you'll see. Blocks the headshot. I like that step back right there. Just enough to be out of danger, but still close enough to then land the counterpunch.
Well, that's what happens when you have that kind of experience. You're calm enough to know that range. Know where the beginning of the punch and the end of the punch is.
Where's the body kid?
Commits to the overhand right, and it serves him well. Look at this, another power punch able to land. We're early on in this fight. He's going for it.
Yeah, you wonder if he's got a car waiting outside.
Good, clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Muhammad Ali.
Keep moving, keep moving.
Jones is showing that he's got some defense of his own. He got away from that punch.
That's it, just like that.
Thought he had his target, but way off to the side with the uppercut. Coming to the halfway point of this third round. Oh, a huge hook to the body. That's a good probing jab that time by Roy Jones. Tried to land that upstairs and was off the mark. Oh, you see him with the left to the head there? There's that proficient jab by Muhammad Ali.
Body shot, body shot. Double up on your punches. One, two. 1, 2. Oh, keep your feet moving.
There it is! You never saw this in the early half of the career of Roy Jones Jr. He got clipped with a power shot and couldn't withstand it. Jones goes down and is beating the count from the referee. Teddy, what should we be looking for here?
For a way to survive. Now, we've talked about how technically Jones does a lot of things wrong. There better be one thing he does right, and that's tie up.
Last 10 seconds of round number 3. Unable to make an impact there by Muhammad Ali. And that's the end of round 3.
Okay, relax now. How you feeling in there? Just stay alert in there.
Keep your hands up, all right? You have to keep your hands up. Don't worry about it. Get in your rhythm, okay? I want to see more jabs.
Having put his opponent down on the canvas, he's already easily taken the first 3 rounds of this fight as we begin round number 4, Teddy.
Well, it has been easy for him because his opponent has no defense. He just walks in and he's eating punches.
Nice work, nice work. Back to the body.
Oh! How about that? He goes from being the victim to handing out the punishment.
One, two, three, four, five.
Ali's trainer is thrilled with this. He gets up off the canvas. Now he wants to see how he'll react. Defense can turn into offense. The counter punch by Muhammad Ali.
He's tired.
Oh, he just misses with that headshot.
He's tired.
Able to dismiss that body shot. Jones has got a little something coming back at him. A counter punch scored. If Roy Jones Jr. ever took his athleticism and put it into the mold of traditional fundamental boxing, how good would he be?
I don't know if he'd be that good. Maybe his awkwardness and his going about it in this kind of freelance way is what works for him, what is supposed to work for him. If he did it traditionally, he might lose maybe the talent that has gotten him to this place.
Look at Muhammad Ali and his ability to avoid punches here. He's got it every which way. He's slick, he's smooth, he blocks and parries. Good defense. Really good job by Ali. Well off the mark by Muhammad Ali. Ali's blocking ability is doing well for him there. He's in a good rhythm defensively here. Teddy, what is that, a credit to his ability to anticipate?
You know, also, it's the teaching. Let's give the trainers credit. Of course, let's give his background of the amateurs credit, but he learned how to get away from punches. This is technique that was taught to him.
Unable to connect by Muhammad Ali. There's that hand speed of Roy Jones Jr. landing the hook.
Nice!
10 seconds to go in the fourth.
Back to the body.
Jones has got such confidence there. Look at the corner. You can tell. They just know that this fight could go their way. Scored a knockdown. Now they have momentum.
Throw in volume.
All right, deep breath now. Deep breath. Relax. Relax. Are you all right?
So this round is underway, and what a difference a break makes for him. Look at how fresh he is to start this round after getting hit hard and rocked in that last round.
What a difference a rest makes when the corner knows how to take advantage of that rest. They got water on him, they revived him, they massaged his legs a little bit, gave him some encouragement. Good to go.
What are you doing?
He had his eyes set on the uppercut, but was unable to land it. Ali's doing exactly what you should to be a strong defensive fighter. You got to block those punches away. Solid left hand to the head.
That's what I want to see.
Able to cover up that gut. Ali's just a completely different fighter now. I mean, he was stunned earlier in this fight, and since then, there's just more of a defensive disposition to him.
Yeah, and the important thing right now is that sooner or later, and I think it's going to be sooner, his opponent's going to see the same thing, and he's not going to stay away. He's going to get more aggressive.
Still plenty of time to work here in round number 5. Minute and a half to go. Eddie, many famous fighters, especially heavyweight champions, are known for their signature punch, like Rocky Marciano and his Suzy Q. But for Muhammad Ali, he's known for his signature shuffling of the feet, the Ali shuffle.
Yes, he is. And, you know, it makes me think a little bit sort of like if you were going to buy a real fancy car. You know, when somebody wants to sell you something, wants you to believe in them, they give you something first, maybe a band, or entertainment, and then they take you into the showroom. And, you know, now you're ready to see the car. Well, that's what that is. That's the band. That's the entertainment. And then the show is about to begin. And it's an unbelievable show with those quick hands and those combinations.
Jones's punch is far off the target.
Jab, jab.
Coming to the end of round number 5, last 10 seconds. This round is in the books, and it looks like the gas tank on this fighter may be heading towards empty here. What is this, a case of guys just not putting in the road work and the conditioning prior to a fight?
No, you got to figure he came in. His weight was good. Scales don't lie. We looked at the weight. He came in pretty good condition. I think what it is now he's starting to get broken down a little bit, physically and mentally. The other guy is starting to impose himself on him.
I want to see that counter hook.
The start of the 6th round. Roy Jones Jr. is hoping to try to carry some of that momentum from the last round into this round. Now, he's down on your scorecard, but he turned the corner a bit in that last stanza.
Well, you hear him talking about, baby steps. You got to crawl before you can walk. Well, right now, he's taking those little baby steps. He got 1 round under his belt, a good round, steadied the ship a little bit. Now go get another round.
Well, his opponent is opening up and coming forward, so I would think there are some opportunities that exist.
Yeah, I think some counter-punching opportunities.
Big shot. Oh, and he goes down again. The question is, can he rise up and continue on?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Jones is still in a tough spot here. Don't get fooled just thinking he beat the count and everything's fine.
And I'm not so sure that he can grab. So what you got to do now, if you're a trainer, the way you taught him in the gym is you don't want to go grab because you might leave yourself open. Move your head when he comes to you, then you grab him.
Now he ties up there.
There you go. Nice.
Halfway through round 6.
Got this one.
Roy Jones Jr. is wanting the counterpunch here, but that doesn't seem the route to go here in this fight, Teddy.
No, he has to be honest with himself and see that. But, people under pressure in all walks of life, in the ring especially, you see it right away. You kind of peek at it right away. It's obvious. Maybe he doesn't want to see what he has to see, because then he would have to discipline himself. He's not ready to do that. Then he would have to make the change. Maybe he just wants to leave it this way. At the end of the day, people are going to say, oh, that guy fought a kind of fight that,
He is not in good shape. He could be on the deck in moments. Jones is finding a way to get a breather here, and the way he's doing it is clinching.
And you can't blame him. That's what he has to do.
Oh, a big shot comes home for him. That was a big shot that floored him, and it's a big shot that may end him right here.
That looked like the great pitcher, Great Maddox. His sinker ball. Boy, it went down quick.
It's over. Fight is over. Muhammad Ali's gunned down yet another opponent. A knockout victory. Now that's how you end a fight right there. Yes, he was controlling throughout, but he made a good, clean finish with the knockout.
Yeah, as a trainer, you want to know, can a guy punch? Can a guy defend? Can a guy control distance? But you want to know, can a guy finish? He got the answer. Yes, he can finish.
That does it from ringside. For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Thanks for being with us.